welcome back. I'm Kirsten from JK Fiber Arts. Before we get started, today I wanted to show you yet another thing you can make with your hand spun. These are fingerless mitts and a hat with a cute little floofy pom-pom here. I think that this was an alpaca pom-pom that I got on Etsy. The pattern is Wanded, which is a Harry Potter series. I want to say it's I think her last name is Noto, but don't quote me on that. But it's very cool. But it is a Harry Potter series. This is Wanded, and I liked it because it has like little stars in it. The fiber that I spun was Chroma from Mash Fiber Arts. And what made this different for me was this is a merino and nylon blend. And typically, I wouldn't have considered putting nylon in a hat or fingerless mitts because I don't know, I just always think of it as sturdy wearing and for socks. But it made the hat really fit well. It has, a nice elastic but not tight quality to it. Stays on my head. The only thing I would say is it's not quite as warm or as thick as straight up wool, but it's perfect for the late fall, early winter, or a day when it's not super freezing. So here we have it. The fingerless mitts in Chroma. I'll do a little twirl here so you can kind of see from the back and the side and such. And I think we are now ready. Let's go inside and get started on our project for today.
Welcome back. Joining me in progress, here is the Woolen spin. What I've decided to do is I'm going to spin all the natural, and then I'm going to spin the colored bat as a progressive spin, and I'm going to chain ply. The reason is this really wants to spin thin, and the pattern that I want to make is a Noro pattern from their 20th anniversary book, and it calls for an air and weight yarn. So I have decided that I'll 3-ply this, and I've already been testing this one out, and I think it's gonna work well. So let's join the Woolen spin. So what I have decided, and I've done a little testing with this, is that I'm spinning about a 24 single. And if I 3-ply that, that's gonna get me in the neighborhood of the yarn I want. So long draw. Long draw is called a Woolen spin. And that is when you, let me get this going here a little bit, draw backwards. And what I'm doing, my front hand is guiding this a little bit. I'm gonna have to come around to the front too so you can see what I'm doing. But my back hand is what's pulling, and I'm letting the twist come up towards the drafting triangle here, and then you just let it wind on. Let me try a little shorter backwards draw. I'm not even sure if I'm on frame here. So here I start, and here's my drafting triangle right here. If you can see that. Right there is my triangle right there. And what I'm doing is as I am treadling and the twist is accumulating, I am drawing backwards. And I'm drawing backwards and I'm adding twist, and you get that long, airy yarn. This little nub here, though, I don't like. Let's get rid of that. There. And then you just let it wind on, and you just keep going. And you can get going pretty quick with this. Let's see if we're even in the neighborhood of 24. I keep getting thinner and thinner. Well, that's a little thin. Like I said, long draw makes it really easy to spin thin. So my front hand is just sort of guiding. My back hand is pulling. My front hand is sometimes giving just a little bit of tension if it's not drawing smoothly for me. And let's see what we got here. See if I got a little thicker here. I let it go on a little earlier. That's more like it. So I am really excited about this pattern that I'm going to do. I saw a picture of it a long time ago. And if you ask me what the name of it is right now, I can't actually remember. It's a cowl, and it looks like Starburst or something. I have it right over there. I should just stop and go get it and tell you what it is. I'm just about done with this little piece here. So I'm just drawing back, and I'm just letting the wool come out of the, or I'm sorry, I'm letting the twist get not into the drafting triangle, but I am pulling back right as it meets the triangle, and then it just pulls that fiber out. Let me grab a new strip here, and then this is how I'm prepping this. All I'm doing is I'm just ripping strips off. Well, that one might be a little thin. Let's go to this side. Like this. Just tearing off strips, and away we go. Let me see if I can do it closer to the orifice so you can see as it draws on. I'm not sure if you can see my hand, but here, so I'm pulling back, and as I pull back, you can see right here the twist. It's just starting to it's not in the drafting triangle, but it's right there at the edge. And I'm just pulling back and back and back. And what a woolen spin does is, so what you get here is you get that fluffier yarn. It's airy and soft and light, but warmer because it traps that air in there. You'll have to forgive the way I look. I just got back from the gym. Hopefully you can't see my face. All right, but here, over here is where all the action's taking place. So I am just pulling back. My front hand is giving me just a little bit of guidance and tension there to pull against. And we wind that on, and then same thing. I'm just pulling back, drawing back. But what I wanted you to see is here where my drafting triangle is, way back here. Let me set this piece down so we can just work with this piece for a second. So here is my drafting triangle, and I am drafting backwards. And I want you to watch up here, and you can see where, now I'm way back here, I hope you can see this, where the twist is coming into the drafting triangle, and then I'm drawing back. And the more you draw back, the thinner it's going to get. Again, you can see I'm pulling this back like that. And then we're just letting it come on to the bobbin. Same thing. And if you want to be consistent with your long draw, you want to just try to consistently treadle, and then allow the same amount of twist before you draw back a little bit. So now I'm just drawing this back, 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 back. And letting it wind on. And I'm letting that twist. So my hand here isn't pinching the twist and keeping it from going up into the triangle. It's giving me a little bit of resistance to pull against, so I don't try to pull it. Now, if I have really, really smooth fiber and I'm doing long draw, you don't necessarily even need your hand there. You can just pull back like this. If I'm gonna do that, I would need a lot more tension though. So now, if I wanna pull, see right now my tension's not high enough, so if I'm trying to pull back without touching it, here's that long draw, but I'm not getting enough resistance. That's why I'm getting some of these blobs here. So my front hand is just basically guiding it. So I'm drawing back, but my front hand, I'm just sort of doing like a little intermittent guiding pinch, just to give me just a little tiny bit more resistance to pull against. So now, if you have a nice, really, really nice smooth fiber, sorry, a little piece of vegetable matter there. If you have a really smooth fiber, you may not even, your other hand doesn't do much. It's just kind of hanging out for the ride. See that? Hopefully you can see this triangle pretty clearly here. Well, that's very thin. I don't want that. That's too thin. Let's see if you like this one. It's a little bit more twist. Oh, that's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that. but that looks nice. I like it. So here we are. I like that. And I'm gonna go get that pattern to show you. Here's the book. I have the 20th anniversary collection, Nora's Silk Garden, and I will show you the pattern I am interested in doing, although there's tons of really awesome patterns in here. And here it is. It's called the Starburst Cowl. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to do this, the color on here that's green, I'm going to do with the this natural kind of gray brown. And then the progression through there, I'm going to do with the red wine to pink. I think it's going to look cool. We'll see how it goes. Thought I would just show you my winter wool tree. I think I did this last year too, but I have this little pencil tree. This year though, it's a little worse for the wear because Finn has knocked it over twice, ripped the plug out of the wall, and he ate 2 precious ornaments. But we're keeping everything up from the ground now, and we have everything, I think, reasonably secured. But I love this tree. The theme for this tree is anything that is made out of wool or knit or felted. Doesn't have to be a sheep or anything. I love this one too. He's cute. He's felted. And then this is a fox, which I love. And there's all kinds of little things here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with catrinkles. But here is a catrinkle. They're like these little wooden cutouts, and you just do needlework. And this is with my hand spun. And I just fill out the sheep. There's one I did with Angora. I don't know if I'll find it. Everything's all jumbled up on here, and then here's another little cool sheep I got at Maryland Sheep and Wool a while ago. 2012. Oh, here it is. Haha. So this one I did with my hand spun Angora. Isn't he cute? So I like the catrinkles. They're kind of cool. And they have like stocking shapes, and oh, here's their snowflake shapes. So it's fun to make them for the tree. That is all. So I will see you guys next time with this chain ply. And until then, Merry Christmas and spin happy.